Harmanpreet Kaur's India women's cricket team continues their magnificent journey. Commonwealth Games silver medal, a 3-0 sweep of England for the first time in ODIs, and now a grand start to the Asia Cup T20 tournament. Remember, the Asia Cup T20 is coming back after a gap of 4 years. It was initially supposed to be held in 2020, but due to the coronavirus pandemic in Bangladesh also, the tournament could not be held at that time, and that is why it is now being held in 2022. India will be looking to regain their Asia Cup supremacy after suffering a shock loss in 2018 by 3 wickets to Bangladesh. The quest has begun in grand style with a thorough 41-run win against Sri Lanka in Sylhet. On a slow, low deck where Sri Lanka chose to bowl, it was India who dictated terms right from the outset. Smriti Mandhana started well, but it was Jemimah Rodriguez who showed her class. Jemimah smashed 76 of 53 balls, which included 11 fours and 1 6. She looked good for a century, but she was undone by a ball which kept low and spun back in. The disappointment of missing out on a well-deserved ton was showing. India managed to reach 150 for 6, and Sri Lanka, honestly, were never in the game. Hemlata was the star with 3 for 15 and 2 wickets each by Deepti Sharma also, as well as Pooja Vastrakar, ensured that India women's team started their Asia Cup campaign on the ultimate high. So now the tournament becomes interesting as well as very, very perplexing for India, because look, all of Asia's women's team are there in attendance, and Sylhet is hosting an international game after a very long time. This is not the original Sylhet ground, it is the Sylhet outer ground. So now 21 games, and with the pitch being so slow and low, it will be interesting to see how teams cope up with it. You all want to know what is the schedule of the India women's cricket team, right, for the Asia Cup? Well, here it is. It is back-to-back followed by a break. October 3, they will take on Malaysia, and on October 4th, they will take on the UAE. But the big game is on October 7th against Pakistan. And then they will take on October 8th, they'll take on the defending champions Bangladesh. Remember, Bangladesh defeated India by 3 wickets at the Kirara Oval in Kuala Lumpur in 2018. And so that is why these two clashes, 7th and 8th, will be very, very important for India. They then round off their campaign on October 10th against Thailand, a team that is not to be taken lightly, because remember, the longest streak before Australia in T20Is was actually Thailand, and they really managed to notch up a string of very impressive wins on a consecutive basis. If you wanted any more details of the Asia Cup, here are some more when it comes to the venue and the timings. All the games of the Women's Asia Cup T20 will be held at the Sylhet outer ground. And the timings, luckily for all India audiences, it's 1 p.m. IST. So 1 p.m. IST, all the games will begin for India. Everybody is well aware of what is the India Men's Asia Cup history. But do you know that the India Women's Asia Cup history is also pretty old? 18 years this tournament has been held, and the first tournament was held in 2004. In 2004, 2005, 6 and in 2008, it was held in the ODI format. And guess what? India were dominant in all of them. It is very, very important to understand, folks, that when it comes to women's cricket, that's Australia, England, India, to a certain extent New Zealand and South Africa, and then there is the rest. There is a big gap when it comes to talent, and when it comes to Asia, India is supreme. From 2012, every 2 to 4 years there was the Asia Cup Women's T20. So 2012 onwards it became a T20 tournament, and then in 2018 India were slated to win a record 7th Asia Cup. But they were beaten to the post by Bangladesh, who scraped home with 3 wickets to spare. And India now has 6 titles compared to Bangladesh's 1. So 6 and 1, these are the 7 editions breakup of the Asia Cup when it comes to the women's format. India has swept all the ODI titles, Bangladesh have won 1 and India won the rest. So 6 and 1. So now after 4 years, because of the coronavirus pandemic in 2020, India managed to finally ensure that they got their Asia Cup campaign back on track. Remember, they'll be eyeing for revenge against a Bangladesh side who have lacked consistency. So all eyes will be on October 3 when they take on Malaysia, October 4 UAE, and then a 2-day gap before the big games against Pakistan and Bangladesh. So thank you so much folks for joining us for this live. We'll be back with more updates on sports today. Press the like, comment and share button. We are also there on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram folks. Bye-bye.